There may have been a lot of initial launch problems and missing features from Mafia 3, but as for the trophies, there's nothing wrong there. What's going on, guys? It's Snickel here, and in today's video, I'll be walking you through the most efficient way to get the Platinum Trophy in Mafia 3 for the PlayStation 4. The trophies in Mafia 3 are full of the usual that we've seen in open world sandbox games, consisting of a collectathon of defeating enemies and controlling the whole map. The downfall of the trophies are that they force you to play through the game a minimum of 2 times, dealing with certain situations in the game 2 different ways. Just a quick disclaimer that there may be some sort of spoilers in this guide, none for the story mode in specific, but there may be some for the side activities and other various things that you do throughout the game. This guide is meant for people that have never played the game before. It's supposed to be something that they can watch to help them map out how they should go about getting this Platinum Trophy. As for a breakdown of the trophy list, it consists of 50 bronze, 4 silver, 1 gold, and 1 platinum, with a total of 56 trophies. Compared to its predecessor, Mafia 3's trophy list is a bit different. There are no trophies directly related to the collectibles, and still a fair amount of those random trophies that you can get at any point throughout the game. Again, the major difference is that Mafia 3's trophy list forces you to play through the game and main story at least 2 times, minus the last mission of course. There are missable trophies, but as you play through the game on your first and second playthroughs, you should pay attention to what trophies you're going for, how you're dealing with the situations, and the choices that you make. There are absolutely no multiplayer trophies in Mafia 3 because the game has no multiplayer functionality. Below will be links to all kinds of guides that will help you get trophies throughout the game, and any links that will be useful throughout your playthroughs. Also, there will be a full list in the order that I personally earned my trophies. I will also leave what trophies you should be getting throughout each playthrough in the description below as well. How this guide will be structured so that no one gets lost is that I will go through the trophies that are earned through natural progression and that are not missable at all. Then I'll discuss what you should be going through in your first playthrough and then what you should be going for in your second playthrough. As for the random trophies that can be earned at any point throughout the game, I will not discuss each one of them in depth, but a playlist of individual trophy guides can be found in the description below for your convenience. And lastly, before we get into this guide, in the upper right hand corner you will see the trophy tracker. When that reaches 56 out of 56, you should have collected every trophy in the game and successfully gotten the Platinum Trophy. With all of that being said, let's get into this guide. While playing through the game for your very first time, naturally 20 trophies will come from just playing the storyline. These trophies don't need to be discussed in depth because they cannot be missed at all, and I don't want to ruin or spoil any of the story mode. Getting more specific on your first playthrough, you should go for killing all of the racket bosses and racket informants. You should keep in mind these 2 other trophies while going for these rackets as well. The trophies are Soften 'em Up and I'm Goin In. These are for completely weakening a racket by killing all of the enforcers and attacking a racket without killing any enforcers. Below will be a link to a video that will help describe how to get this more, but this should be earned as early as possible when the rackets are easy. If you kill all racket bosses and informants, you will be rewarded with the trophies No Loose Ends and Can't Trust a Rat. Also, you should keep all 3 of your underbosses alive throughout this playthrough, and this will lead to the trophy We're in This Together. Keeping underbosses alive can be done by taking over an area and rotating who it's given to each time. Don't give all the areas to one underboss, as it can lead to problems by the end of the game when going for specific trophies. By the end of the game, you should earn the 2 trophies Trust and Family. These are for reaching the loyal state with one and all of your underbosses. If you're rotating who you give the areas to, they should reach the loyal state after you have taken over all the areas with all 3 underbosses. You should have 3 areas for each underboss, counting the initial area after completing the game. While you're earning more respect and money for each underboss, they will unlock their own personal side missions. Also, you will unlock all of the associates, which will result in the trophy Sure Thing Boss. By the end of the game, you will have all the side missions unlocked for each underboss if you do all of the delivery missions. This will unlock the trophy IRA Don't Ask, I Need a Favor, and 45 in My Hand. These trophies are for completing all the side missions for Burke, Vito, and Cassandra. By the very end of this playthrough, you should have also earned some straightforward trophies that are related to money and takedowns. I won't discuss these in depth, but they will be counted in the trophy tracker for the first playthrough. If they were not earned in your first playthrough, you will earn them in the second playthrough for sure, because all stats are carried over from playthrough to playthrough. So by the end of your first playthrough, you should have around 39 out of the 56 trophies. Now we can get into the second playthrough. Again, if you didn't earn all the money and takedown related trophies mentioned before, you will earn them in this playthrough because all stats carry over from each game save. In this playthrough, you should be keeping all racket bosses and informants alive. Doing this will lead to the trophies The New Boss and Live Another Day. Informants are easy to flip, but racket bosses can be a bit more difficult. To flip a racket boss, you must wiretap the junction box in the same area as the racket boss. Link below is a video that will help you with this trophy if you're still having any more problems. The only other thing you need to worry about in this playthrough is that when you take over a racket and district, you must give it to the same underboss. By the end of the game, the other two underbosses will become angry with you and want to kill you. It will start missions that will require you to kill the two other underbosses eventually. When you do this, you will get the trophy Just You and Me and Big Earner. These trophies are for keeping one underboss alive until the last mission and receiving $10,000 in earn from one underboss. This playthrough is simple and does not require a lot of attention, but if you do forget to wiretap a junction box and flip one of the racket bosses, you can always start a third playthrough and flip the first few bosses to get the trophy. By the end of your second playthrough, you should have around 43 out of the 56 trophies. Lastly, the rest of the trophies are the random cleanup trophies that can be earned at any point throughout the game. These trophies could also be earned accidentally while playing through the game. Below is going to be a playlist with all of these trophies. If you're having any troubles, be sure to check that out, but I'm not going to talk about each one individually because I could be here for about 10 more minutes. After earning all the trophies above and following this walkthrough, you should get this very well earned platinum trophy. It isn't a difficult platinum, but it's one that takes a lot more time than it really should. The game has been having a lot of technical bugs and problems and really falls under the category of repetitive gameplay. At the end of the day, I always tell people to look at the finer things in games that are boring and repetitive. This can range from the way that the map is designed to the physics to the way that a game actually plays. As for the trophies, a majority of them are very straightforward and really don't hide what you need to accomplish in order to get them. The platinum took me around 3 weeks to get, and this was just through playing the game casually. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave them below. If you did find this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Anyway, I hope to see you guys around sometime soon.